Hello friends, welcome back to my channel friends. Tell me honestly, does UGC Net Paper 1 feel like a never-ending puzzle to you? Sometimes in the exam hall, the questions seem to come straight from the syllabus, and sometimes they're totally new topics you haven't seen before. One day, you're breezing through mock tests like a pro, and the next you hit a question and think, wait, when did this even become part of the syllabus? If that's you, don't worry, you're not alone. Many aspirants feel this way because UGC Net loves surprises. But here's the good news, every surprise comes with a pattern, and today we're going to crack that pattern together. So grab a cup of chai, relax, and let's break it down what's changing in the exam, where the tricky parts are hiding, and how you can prepare smartly to ace paper 1 without stress. Let's get started. But before that, friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more valuable content. Friends, imagine going to your favorite restaurant where you've been ordering the same dish for years. But one day you walk in, open the menu, and boom, everything looks different. The restaurant is still the same, but now the dishes are new, the flavors have changed, and you have to figure out what to order next. That's exactly what's happening with UGC Net. The syllabus hasn't changed, but the way questions are being asked is shifting. You'll still see the same topics, but now they come with a twist. Questions aren't just direct anymore, they're wrapped in new formats that require more thinking. And that's not all. Some fresh concepts are slowly making their way into the exam. Take teaching aptitude, for example. Earlier, they used to ask straightforward questions, definitions, theories, and basic concepts. But now, they'll give you a real life classroom scenario and ask which teaching method works best here. You can't just memorize an answer, you have to think, analyze, and apply your knowledge. So, let me tell you straight, rote learning won't help anymore. You need to dive deeper, truly understand the concepts, and develop a problem solving mindset. And now, let's break down exactly where these changes are happening so that you can prepare smartly. Friends, did I mention that I have created a special PDF that summarizes this video and provides you with exam ready notes? Just drop a message on the WhatsApp number on your screen or click the WhatsApp link in the description box and I'll send the handy PDF right to you. Friends, if you're thinking, I just need to get strong in 1 or 2 units, the rest I can manage, then let me warn you this time, the pattern shift is spread across multiple units. It's not just 1 or 2 sections, the change is happening everywhere and you need to be prepared for it. But don't worry, I'll explain everything in a super simple way where exactly these changes are happening with no stress and just clarity. First up, let's tackle the Unit 1, i.e., teaching aptitude. Earlier, this section had straightforward theory based questions, but now they want to check if you can apply those theories in real life situations. Sounds tricky? Not really. Let me break it down. Now, you'll see new terms like LMS, learning management systems, which is nothing but online learning platforms like Google Classroom or Moodle. Then we have learning transfer, which simply means applying what you've learned in one situation to another. Next is ipsative evaluation. It's a big word but with a simple meaning. It's when a student's progress is compared to their own previous performance instead of comparing with others. See? Not so scary, right? Just some new names for things you might already know. Now let's move to unit communication. As we all know that communication is all about how information is shared, and this time they are focusing a lot on mass media, things like TV, newspapers, and social media. So expect questions on how the media affects public opinion. Also, you might see chronology based questions where you'll have to arrange theories in the right order. But don't worry, once you understand the basic flow of communication theories, these questions become super easy to crack. Next is the super lengthy unit of higher education. If you thought National Education Policy NEP was going to be the star of this unit, well, not anymore. Surprisingly, NEP related questions are reducing. Instead, they are now asking about 5-year plans and universities. So, brushing up on these topics will help you gain some easy marks. Now comes the most difficult unit which the students hate, people development and environment. Friends, let me be honest, this unit has always been a vast one and this time they've made it a little more detailed. But no need to panic. We'll take it step by step. They are now asking about noise equivalence, which used to be a paper 2 topic. toxicity levels, Noel, Lowell, and chronology based disaster questions, where they give you a list of major disasters and you have to arrange them in order. So, yes, this section needs a little extra attention, but if you break it into small parts and study smartly, it's totally manageable. Let's now talk about data interpretation. And friends, I won't lie, this one needs practice. If you feel like DI has become more of a puzzle than a scoring section, then you're absolutely right. Earlier, all the data was neatly given in tables or graphs, and you just had to do simple calculations. But now, missing DI questions are being asked in the exam. This means not all data will be given directly. You have to figure out some missing values yourself. It's like solving a Sudoku puzzle. Once you understand the pattern, it becomes easy. But yes, speed and accuracy matter more than ever now. So practice will be your best friend here. Moving on, let's come to math reasoning now. And trust me, it's not as scary as it looks. Friends, gone are the days when a simple formula would save you. Now they are increasing the difficulty level, especially in topics like mixtures and allegations and time and work. You need to apply logical reasoning along with formulas. But remember, it's not about solving 100 questions a day, it's about understanding the logic behind them. Once you get that, even the toughest questions will start making sense. Next up is the unit ICT. Friends, ICT has always been a scoring section, but now they are focusing more on internet based and numerical based questions. So, instead of just memorizing definitions, start paying attention to things like bandwidth, data transfer rates, and security protocols. These are the topics where you can score full marks if you study smartly. Friends, you don't have to feel scared. My UGC Net Paper 1 book, which is an Amazon bestseller, has all the concepts easily explained using real life examples, pop culture references, diagrams, and tables. It also includes a variety of learning shortcuts. By the way, it has been praised for its innovative teaching style by the legendary Mr. Amitabh Bachchan himself. Don't forget to check it out. Friends, since the pattern is evolving, our approach needs to be smarter too. So let's dive into what you should do next to stay ahead and crack this exam with confidence. You need to first identify the trend. Solving the last previous year question papers will give you a clear idea of what's changing. Pay close attention to the new question styles and shifting focus areas. This will help you prioritize your preparation. Friends, let me tell you, ditching the old school approach is really important. If you're still relying on rote learning and direct definitions, it's time to change gears. Now, questions demand more application and reasoning. So, focus on understanding concepts rather than just memorizing them. Next, upgrade your study material. If your books are outdated, they won't match the latest question patterns. Make sure your notes are revised and aligned with the new exam trends. Also, staying informed is key. Follow exam analysis, expert insights, and recent question trends. If you know what to expect, half the battle is already won. And friends, structured learning makes a huge difference. If you're feeling lost, joining a foundation batch or following a study plan can bring clarity and keep you on track. Now, let's talk about practice. Watching the latest question discussions will help you train your mind to think like the examiner. You learn how to approach tricky questions with confidence. And here's the most important part, be consistent. You don't need to study for 10 hours a day, but sticking to a structured plan daily is a game changer. Small, regular efforts will give you big results. And finally, believe in yourself. The exam pattern may change, but your determination will always be your biggest strength. Stay smart, stay confident, and success will follow. Friends, I know we have discussed about pattern changes in paper 1 in this video. However, if you're also looking for video lectures that can explain the plot of important works of paper 2 English, then consider enrolling in my online course for UGC NET English. I'm proud to launch India's first animated video course, where I've explained over 500 important plays, novels, and poems in an engaging way. For more details, check out the description box. That's it from my side for this video lecture. We will meet soon in the next video lecture. Till the time we meet next, happy learning, keep loving literature, and stay tuned to my channel.